What's up, guys? This is the draft podcast for the Majors Draft IPBA Season 11. We got 16 teams here. I'll be joined by Elliot, Jackin, Guillermo, Brett, maybe a couple other people. So I guess we'll just get started with the first draft. I'm just going left to right on the dock. So it's CSW, which is sorry, I don't.
That's Ruppy.
Ruppy. Yeah.
Yep. I just want to tell you that's literally a Ruppy team. I've been with Ruppy in multiple leagues and multiple drafts, and he always grabs stuff like
Very
this.
snowball to me.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing that stood out to me with his speed, he's got Garchomp Gengar and Mega Absol, but no speed besides that.
Yeah, his speed is kind of whack just because Entei most of the time is gonna be running adamant.
Especially that. So.
Yeah.
Did he see Ditto?
He did.
Go ahead.
It's weird. It's the same argument that we had for I think it was your team, Omega Tech, that you had Ditto, where just Ruppy doesn't need Ditto because his most setup fodder mons is like Registeel and Comfey. Comfey I can get. Comfey's kind of a setup fodder if you're not careful with it. Registeel not really. Tangro's not a setup mon. It's not a mon that you really set up on because of its coverage.
No, his core's a little passive. Yeah.
It can be depending on the set.
I mean, Registeel is totally passive. I mean, Tangro doesn't do that much damage. Comfey's passive.
But it's got coverage and sleep powder, so.
Yeah, I mean, still, I don't mind Ditto on this team.
One sub later and Tango sleep. Shit, so.
I will say that Armaldo is a complete waste of a pick on his end. It really doesn't do anything.
At what cost?
Yeah, exactly. He could.
That's true. It's not going to be able to be brought a lot.
I mean, maybe he has auto Ditto.
I'm London.
I mean, I don't think it's the worst pick.
I don't know. I mean, it's just support, for what, a 4-point pick. Can't be too mad about it.
You're gonna be happy with the
I think you should have got.
I would have rather ZR Maldoed. What's Z Ditto gonna do?
That's true, but when is ZR Maldo coming to a game?
Maldo, I've seen offensive.
Swift swim.
Good.
The one thing I like is he's got good ice resist for Lando.
That's
good wash, and Entei especially is a good ice resist.
Registeel.
He drafted nicely around Lando.
Yeah, he's got some decent support.
I just like his defensive core in general. I think it's solid. But yeah, the speed is the main problem. Not a ton. There's some good offense besides.
He's got some pretty good hazard control.
He's got a good Voltron core, if that.
He's got the standard 6-gen Voltron combo.
Yeah, he's got a lot of initiative.
He just needed a Scizor.
I mean, I think it's a very solid draft overall. Just maybe needs a little bit more speed. Is really my main concern.
I mean, I just think that he lacks a few really scary offensive mons outside of Lando and Absol, but that's just me personally.
I was gonna say that, but Hiram's good too.
Yes,
I mean, a Mega Absol's fine. It's honestly pretty good. So.
Yeah, I know. It's just a little nitpicky, but it's just something I
mean, I can see that a little bit. I was gonna say that. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I just think it's pretty solid.
I don't really like his fire resist either, honestly.
Oh my god. Okay.
He's only got 2 fire resists.
That's true.
I just think Entei can be relied on as an assault vest mon. It's just one of his main ice switchings, and it's his main fire switching.
You're true. It could be forced into
struggle
a
against
somewhat
a lot
bulky
of
role.
main fires like Infernape and Blaziken and Darmanitan and Emboar too. He could struggle a lot.
If Entei's not there,
I can see that for sure. Alright, well, what did you guys give it? We should move
I'd give it a 7.
7?
Same.
I think 7's fair.
Okay.
Same.
I think I like it a little bit better than you guys, but we will.
I mean, the thing is that it fits Ruppy really well because this is kind of like his team that he had last season, and he does well with mons like this. But just from our perspective, I agree. 7 is a good middle ground.
All right, we should go on to Peter.
I've got a few things to say about this draft.
Well, go ahead.
Elliot's flipping
I
the
would just like
draft
to
up and
say
down.
I've got a glitch score. One thing, first of all, he's got a 4 times rock weakness, and he doesn't really cover that with like the rest of his draft. And I think Klefki's going to be over relied on due to he's also got a 4 times weakness to ice English score, and Klefki's
Yeah.
really good.
Really lacking
ice.
defensive core.
Mhm.
Like, so yeah, Klepke's another, like what we saw with the minors draft yesterday. Klepke's going to be relied on a
It's
lot.
a bit strange when you have a fire-water grass core and 2 of them are your spinners. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
And especially on the
He's got a
physical
lot of
side,
control.
his walls are really not that great.
Yeah, it's
Wait.
Spiritomb Gudra.
Well, the problem with his offense mainly is that Xploud and Pinsir and Coco get walled by the same exact Pokemon.
Yep.
And then, like, it's not going to be doing any much diversity to, like, powerful steals, except,
I
like,
can see
Blaziken
that.
or, like,
Actually, Burn brings up a pretty good point. He says that he doesn't really have a great fire resist either.
Yeah, Starmie. No, he's got Gudra.
I mean,
Gudra
other
can
than
take on
Gudra, though, a
literally
good
any
fire
fire.
type
Gudra's
kind of
pretty
rips
good.
him in half.
Pretty good fire resist.
Gudra, like it can take on Darmanitan, Emboar, or Entei. It can take on any of them. Chandelure, whatever fire type you got.
I mean, I
it can
kind
take
of see
them
where
on.
Burns coming from, though, because, like, a lot of his mons do suffer from a good fire type.
he has to bring Klefki if he brings his, but in order to
Yeah.
bring his offense, he's not going to break the same Pokemon on every team because they don't diversify enough to hit everything in the game. They just hit
Yeah, I feel
one
like
thing.
mons like Klefki and Gudra are going to be pressured a lot just because Peter has such a
They
rock
all work,
weak
yeah.
team and a fire weak team that mons like those have to come in a lot. And
What
then
I
also,
do,
at
what I
least the
do
one
really
good
like
thing
about
is that
Spiritomb.
Bray,
Oh, my apologies. Finish up.
the one good thing about Pinsir, or that his team, is that he supports Pinsir really well when it comes to hazards.
Yeah.
Really
But
well.
Yeah,
not so well.
insane hazard removal. Like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my god, two good spinners, like 2 amazing
Yes,
spinners
rock
actually,
resistance.
and then
He supports Pinsir defensively, but he doesn't support Pinsir offensively.
yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, I just
Oh,
would
but
like to have him to have a
hold on.
better special wall breaker. For
Does he
Pinsir.
support Pinsir defensively? I don't think he does. He's got 1 rock resistance.
Well, with
His
the
rock is
hazard
a shift
removal
as well.
and the Klefki.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just saying, fucking 1 Accelerock later, and this team's like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
but yeah, he doesn't
Also,
really have
his
a. Well, I was just gonna talk about his special wall breakers. Like Coco's okay, but after that,
Xploud.
Xploud.
Xploud, it gets walled by the same thing.
I
No
mean,
good.
I'm not big on Xploud. Like,
Bang, bang into the room.
I mean, what walls Coco that walls Xploud though?
Steel.
yeah,
Huh?
Well,
What steel type walls Coco? That's not
Red
steel.
steel.
Registeel.
That takes
Rock Top.
Coco's hits.
You know what I mean? Like,
does
Maybe-
everyone forget
yeah.
Xploud can Fire Blast?
Yeah.
I think what you need.
predict correctly.
One thing I'd like to
he
point
probably
out
could've
about his
focused.
lower tier mons, Spiritomb's actually really nice on this team because it actually helps a lot with bulky psychics.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, it
forces them to run Moonblast.
Dark. Wait, that's a start. Oh, yeah.
Um,
I think his rock is
mean,
really bad as
yeah,
well.
I was gonna
Because
just bring that
Blitzcraft's
up.
got 4 moveset syndrome most of the time. I
Right.
feel like could have definitely got a better pick.
Yeah, it
also,
needs
I
a better
think
rocker
Archeops is
for
a
sure.
waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, his hazards do lack a little bit.
Mhm. That's why Klefki is so pressured, just because it's his only really good hazard setter. Because Archeops doesn't fit his team. It was. I feel like he just got it just because it was there,
Yeah, it's a nice mon, but it's not great
not on
here.
his team. Hmm.
Yeah.
And Mega Panzers don't say up rocks anytime.
Okay. Well.
He just needs to drop Gliscor, really.
Maybe one.
Anyway, we talked enough about that. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still pretty well rounded. I mean, yeah,
I'd probably
disagree.
go like a 6.5.
6.5.
I give
I'd
it
say
a
like a
5.
6.
I give it a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel it looks really nice, but when you exploit those weaknesses,
Yeah.
gonna hurt. It's gonna
Yeah,
hurt
it's got an
really
exploitable
badly.
core.
Scared powder.
Alright, we'll move on to Josh.
Oh.
So
Uh,
he's got great speed.
oh yeah.
But I don't know. His hazard
Power.
removal was not great. I mean, he's got 4 defoggers, but really only Empoleon. I mean, Torntee's alright, but
Archie's
Empoleon's
good.
running defog, and I don't really like
I mean,
Empoleon as a
Tortee's right. He's one
defogger.
of the best
That's
offensive
only-
debuggers we
I think he could have done better because Taunty relies so much on like being hazards being away.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed about his team is 5 ground weaknesses.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Me too.
Mhm.
Ooh, I never noticed that.
Yeah,
Although
and his
he does
best
have-
options to that is Torn and Flygon, which
And they get hit by Stone Edge.
Yeah.
uh-huh. He's really weak to Edgequake.
Edgequake is a bitch. Yeah,
Flygon resist Edgequake.
Yeah, but Flygon, you take away its like viability by just forcing it to be defensive.
Yeah.
This team literally gets 6-0'd by Mamo.
I mean, that's
I
not.
mean, that's pretty
Megan
typical
Blades
of
is a-
most
Well,
teams.
it can get 6-0'd by a good Edgequake Pokemon like Garchomp.
Okay, I
Yeah.
could see that.
hmm
And the
Well,
only
I
thing you
think
need to
maybe
worry
it's
about is
weird.
Celebi.
Mhm.
I mean, I kind of don't like Volcanion here. I just feel like it didn't really fit as much.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I don't know.
Volcanion-
I think he needed a
Good
fire
manga.
resist because he was the fire
Yeah,
type.
that's the reason Josh got Volcanion was for the fire resist.
New one. Is nothing for fire types.
It's still just not great. I don't foresee him being able to bring it to a lot of games, or if he does, it kind of overlaps with Empoleon, so that's a problem.
It's a fire resist though, and it's a wall breaker. I think it's. I personally, I think it suits him quite well.
Yeah, I thought it was a good pick for Josh too, just because. But this before Volcanion, all he had was Flygon, and Flygon's a decent fire resist, but again, that just takes away the point of Flygon. Like, why make it defensive?
It does help with the fire resist, but I do think he'll have some trouble with it. That's all.
I think Volcano and Rhydon's was surprisingly good core apart from the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's got a really
Yeah,
weird
they went
core.
very well.
Just not. I don't know. Not what you normally see.
They
I
don't
like,
really
guess
fit
it
the
I like
works.
Volcanion, but I like Volcanion in his team, but not when he has so many other ground weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he
All
just slapped on.
grasses for the most part are pretty nice against him.
Yeah, I mean the ground weaknesses are.
I do got to give props to the Cfagrigus. Cfagrigus is one of my favorite draft Pokemon.
That was a good pick.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was a nice pick because it gave Josh an actual defensive wall.
It gave him T-Spikes as well, which I think because he's got Volt Turn into Mega Gallade, it can like secure to a
Yeah, it
KO.
could be really
Yeah,
beneficial.
That's good support for Gallade.
I just like the speed tiers and the Volt Turn. Really.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what that's what I was gonna say. I gave it an 8 out of 10, just kind of based on that. I think I definitely see the ground weakness, but he's got a couple checks to that still. So
I think I'll probably go like a 7. It's just too weak defensively.
7.
I gave it 6.5.
Fine.
I gave it a 7.
Ooh.
all right, we'll move on to Jack and.
Do SAS. We're going to ignore GWS and move straight on.
Can we talk about how you have triple waters, please, Jack?
Yeah,
Thank
that's the first
Can
thing.
we talk about water? Yes, we can. Okay. It wasn't the plan. Believe me, it was not the plan. Someone, I won't mention names, sniped
mean,
a certain little cute bee fairy from me. And
so you do have
uh,
triple waters, which
Okay.
and you especially have a electric weakness, but you do have Dugtrio, which is like the best thing to have for an electric weakness.
agreed. What I have
So-
more than electric weakness, though, is a flying problem. I have one motherfucking flying resist.
Testing.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I mean,
Why are you testing?
one flying resist as Mega
Sorry,
Dance.
I didn't know if this was gonna work.
It's all good. You're all good with it.
I'm gonna mute a few
Cool, cool,
people to stop.
I literally have one flying resist, and it doesn't like taking hits. So I need to work on that. Bad.
Yeah, I see that for sure. I don't know, like I get that this is an offensive team, but I'm not too in love with the offense. I just like I'm not a huge fan of Mega Diancie. Like regular Scissor, Hydreigon's good, but I don't know. The offense just isn't that great in my
You're
opinion.
you're underestimating Dugtrio because Dugtrio can trap the steals that Mega Diancie can
That-
spam
that's
Moonblast
exactly
for.
what the
They can
That
entire
was
also
the
thing-
whole
move
plan for
lightning when
Jonathan.
he enters. Yeah.
He is designed to take on steals, so Mega Dance can do his thing.
Mm.
The only problem I see with your team, Jonkin, is that any team that can they have more offense than you basically. If they can overwhelm you with their
Yeah.
offense,
Yeah.
you don't
Yes,
have a way to
absolutely.
stop
Yeah,
them.
especially if like you have double intimidate, but you really don't have a physical wall at all.
You don't have a
that's-
wall in general.
Like you don't have any physical defense really.
It's pretty offensive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I
very
do
tough-
see
fully
a problem
offensive.
with
It's re-
rocks, but he does have plenty of removal, so it kind of balances out.
Yeah. Although he also needs better rock setters, in my opinion. I mean, Mega
Although on this
he's-
offensive team, he does have 2 magic bouncers. He has a spinner, and he has a Doug Trio with Volturn. So he has all the attributes of hyper offense. In the
Yeah,
one
but
team.
I suppose.
think it's weak defensively, but I honestly don't think it's that strong offensively.
Exactly.
either.
That's just my feeling. It's just like not super threatening when I look at it. Like, yeah, Jug Trio traps things for Diancie, but Diancie can get walled by just like bulky waters or whatever. Like, I mean, Diancie's not that strong.
Hydreigon can also spam Drago Meteor. So
I just
Don't
feel
forget
like
Magus
he does
Dragon
have a weakness. He does have a weakness to bulky waters.
Yeah, because
I give you
the
that.
thing is that when you look at his first 2 picks, Diancie and Hydreigon, with Scizor and Doug Trio, he eliminates Steels and Fairies, which are kind of like the big things that, especially Hydreigon, that just blocks those things from piling through other people's teams. I can't really talk much about your
That
other
bulky
picks
water weakness
other than decent around.
is a weakness. However, most teams only have usually 1 bulky water. And
The
if you could just
Araquanid
take
does
care of
that.
that,
And the great, yeah, that's why like Araquanid was a nice pick too, just because you can soak them, you can toxic them, you can trap them, you can,
Mhm.
and it doesn't get burned by Scald. So
Mega Diancie web support is nice.
Mhm.
it's going to be reliant on webs because I feel like his faster mons, they just
Depending
aren't
on the team I'm
there.
versing, it's going to be reliant on whips, or it's going to be reliant on just overpowering the pressure. Essentially,
I agree.
I've got 3. Oh, sorry, I've got 2 U-turners. One is Intimidate, one is, and I've got the Volt Switch on Rotom, who I'm not the biggest fan of that form. I wanted Rotom Heat, I didn't get it. That's why Izzaro came in. But yeah, I like the team, but I know I have to work hard to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, priority can be a problem for you,
I can see that. I can definitely see
Yeah,
that.
I have a lot of
just because you don't have bulk.
Yeah, a strong fighting priority like Mach Punch or Vacuum Wave does give you a
Bullet
bit of
punch for
trouble.
Diancie too.
True.
The trio gets destroyed by priority too. Yeah, that's a
Mhm.
good point.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. I don't know, the offense doesn't do it for me.
I'll give it a 5.
I'll give it a 7.
I'd give it a 7 because I see a lot of potential.
You know what? I'll give it an 8 just for you, Jonkin.
Thank you, buddy. I'll give it a 4.
Alright.
I don't like this. I like it, but I know I'm going to have to work hard to make it do things.
We'll move on to Elliot. And
Ooh.
like Elliot, he has tons and tons of
Tear it
hazards.
apart. I'm making
What?
transactions.
Look at
I
these
know it's
hazard
not great.
options, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Dual spike and toxic spike.
Yeah, it's the
currently
king.
in
But the
works
thing
again
is,
with
he only
Spinner.
has defog, and it's not really ideal removal either, so it doesn't fit that well. He really needs a spinner.
I'm picking up one.
Okay.
Round 2 Cobalion is GOAT.
Yeah, but if I'd left it round 3, I wouldn't have got it back.
Yeah, I agree. Just because
Fair
it's
enough.
the value in certain things, especially for 12 points. I think Cobalion was a really good steal.
I just feel like
Sure, but-
offensively, this team is kind of underwhelming for the most part.
Especially on the physical side. Like, he really doesn't have
Yeah.
much.
You got Scolipede, and then that's about it.
Landers and Cobalion?
Mm.
I don't know.
I mean, that's
I
just
get it,
breaking
because
through
Landers and
anything.
Cobalion, they need to set up first before they break through anything. I guess if you mean like a Mon that can come in and be a threat as soon as it hits the field,
the
then
only
yeah,
one
you're
I
right.
see is
He's
like
limited to
Megalodios.
Chandelure.
Megalati, but yeah, I haven't got any feel.
Megalodios. Although I do really love Megalodios.
Mhm.
Wait, what was it about Megalati?
Yeah, and
mean-
even then,
I mean,
sometimes
like,
Lottie needs to set
DD or
up.
Calm Mind are both great.
I actually really like Snorlax and Decidueye working together. Bloody hell.
I'm dropping Decidueye.
Fucking
I
never
think my
Snorlax.
favorite-
Shoot myself. Okay, bye.
There's 2 things I really like about this draft, and one is the speed. It's just really well spread out, and also
Mhm.
I just like how every single mon is like really, I don't know, really viable, and like they're all pretty equal.
Yeah, like
Total
you can see
balance
every
draft.
round being brought to a game.
I'm
Yeah.
just really concerned Snorlax is going to eat that for
Oh,
the looks.
Yeah, I was gonna say Snorlax on this team is huge. It's a
Yeah.
huge asset for a
Yeah.
team like this, just because of how fat it is.
Mhm.
It's
And if it eats
a
vanilla,
nice thing to
Yeah, I
see.
mean he doesn't really have any like cores, but I don't know.
I'm picking up something.
Okay.
I don't think he really needed them though, just based on the
oh,
way
can
the
we just
team
put it out there?
I
Make
agree.
it less just God damn it.
I know.
Who said that was okay?
I think it's like under. So
I
can have
disagree. I think that Mega Latte is going to be a bitch.
Alright, well,
I do not want to fight it.
I still like it. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I give it an 8 too. I like
Yeah.
it.
give it an 8.
Lucky team, buddy.
7.5.
I like it.
I'm the Simon
Although-
Cowell.
Especially with the
I give it
spinner, that would
there.
help it a lot.
I gave it a
Spinner and
7.5.
a Wally thing.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
It looks like a 2.5 out of 10, maybe.
Oh, damn.
I'm kidding. I gave it a 7.5.
Okay.
I,
let's
I,
move-
it's not. I don't really like the team. I'm just fixing up with like loads of transactions there.
No, I'm considering transactions for my team as well.
I'm definitely getting a spinner. That's for sure. And something.
Oh,
to
here
pair
we
with
go. Here is Nat, aka Junior.
Yeah, let's go over Junior's draft here.
Ugh.
So, yeah, lacking, in my opinion, on the power, especially.
I don't like.
I don't know,
Hello.
especially on the
Ground
special
resist is
side.
random. Jeez.
He literally gets 6-0'd by Edgequake.
Ground
Not
type.
even Edgequake, just Earthquake.
No, just Earthquake in general.
Yeah, like he has no real options.
I don't like it at all, to be honest with you.
It's
I like the
got a
first
lot
one
of
more.
B
This guy
tiers are bad.
got chomping Ribombi from me.
I like
You
his
have
Mega
team,
Man
but
and
he
Rabambi,
should have.
and then you go all the way down to Garchomp, Victini, and speed tiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
I mean, the
and
thing
his
is with
speed
his
is not
fairy-
good. I mean, he's got Garchomp at 102, and he's got Mega Manetric. I don't really count Rabombi because I just not a Rabombi fan, and everything
it's
else.
not.
Is,
I think Junior got Togekiss for the point to have a defensive fairy, because that's just by looking at his team, that's what it kind of looks like. It looks like it's trying to be a wall core with Ferrothorn and Jellicent.
Yeah.
mhm.
And that's not what Togekiss is about at all. Like, it's not even a good defensive mon. I tried using it defensive once, and it doesn't
Doesn't
make
work.
it doesn't work.
A little bit of PTSD.
I don't think Sticky Webs even helps out his team that much.
No, his team doesn't need
It's
it.
nice, but it's
Calm.
And he's gonna be
unnecessary.
forced to use Defog and Togekiss too. Like,
Yeah, he's got
he's not
really
bringing
poor
Komala
removal.
much, so
Yeah, Kamala's ass.
I gotta
Like a
say,
good hazard stack.
I really think Kamala's a sleeper threat.
It's
I
good
don't-
offensively. It's good offensively.
It's
It's
just got
Trash
really-
defensively.
Ben got it. Hey.
If you're trying to pick up Mega Man Electric, you better Volt Switch into a good threat. Like, he doesn't really have it.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Burn brings up a good point in saying that his only strong removal is Defog Togekiss, and it kind of just
Right.
is anti-synergy with a Ferrothorn because of hazard
Yeah.
stack.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, he tried to get
Good point,
Togekiss
Burn.
to pair it up with Ferrothorn and Jellicent, and it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work that well with them.
Yeah, it's just not very good.
This is
He
my
should've
least
focused on a
favorite.
different mon.
So, yeah, I'm giving
He's
it.
quite ball beat weed too.
Thanks, Bobber. Big fan.
All right, well, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. I like his first 3 picks, but after that, I just don't see it at all.
Yeah, like the first 3 picks got me excited for it, and then he
Mhm.
kind
Yeah,
of
me too. But
just
then-
threw it away.
Went downhill.
Give it like a 3.5.
I'd
I
give
gave
it
it
a
3.
2.
Oh,
I'll give it a 5.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Give it a 5.
I just
I'll
don't like
give
it.
I'll give him the
on.
same grade as his age, 2.
I don't like it at all, honestly.
I'm not a fan of this team though, especially because it's everything for
I
me.
like it. I think it could do work.
we'll stop hating and move on. Winston.
I will keep
It's
hating.
okay. It's
Got chomping
all in
Ribombi.
good fun.
I don't like this team either.
Winston literally ripped off Jonkin's team from last season.
Yes, he did.
How do you feel about your copyright infringement?
How do I feel about the exact formula my team followed being copied again? Fucking flattered. Thank you.
So I think he's gonna make some changes, especially to his lower tiers. He still has 3 points left over,
Oh yeah.
but
Luminous.
like he
He's
was
really
pretty
versatile.
he pretty much.
His lower tiers are just very weak.
I mean, he was like he had a really crazy schedule when he was drafting his lower tiers, so don't
Yeah,
think
he
that's
was- he
too
was-
Yeah, I
much about
agree.
it.
flying between
I
continents.
mean,
Paying
So-
that in mind, he's very bird spam weak.
He's T-Spikes
I
week
was,
too.
I was gonna point out that he's incredibly weak to hazards, rocks,
Yeah.
spikes,
Yeah.
T-spikes, anything. Just
And
'cause
he
Yeah.
doesn't
Yo,
have good
Cryogonal's
removal.
killed
Yes.
every game.
He has
Exactly.
Superior and Cryogonal, and I gotta say,
And
Yeah.
Luminia.
Superior, trust me. No.
Neither of them are reliable.
Yeah, I was telling him the whole draft he needed better removal, and he never got it.
Yep. He just
He's
gets
got
destroyed by
Luminion.
hazards.
Winston kind of
Any
just
I
hazard.
know
looked at you and
Luminion
he's
was
like,
his
"Nah."
emergency, defog pick, but
That's the
I
thing.
will
You have
say,
to bring Luminion on your team, and that's just giving yourself 5 Pokemon.
the fact that he got Heatran round 2 is insane for the price that it is. For the
Yeah.
price that it is.
Yeah,
13
that
points
was
for
actually a
Heatran
pretty
is
nice value.
insane.
I mean, his
Stand by, we
offense
need to
is
read-
great.
read-
Like Trans
Next season,
Zygarde's
we
great,
discuss the
and then
points
he's
we
got the Mega Kang, which is so good, and like Buzzwole's
I would
great.
like to point out that Azu's is only water, so that's his bulky water.
Well, he's got Luminion,
That's not bad.
dude.
To be honest,
He's got
it's not
Zygarde, he's got
bad.
Heatran. He doesn't really struggle with fire.
Yeah.
So Azumarill's nice.
I don't think he's paired Mega Kangaskhan really well on his team to
Oh
support
no,
it.
he just picked
Mega
it because it
Kangaskhan
was
Electro
there.
got there.
I think he just slapped it on his team
Yeah.
and said, "I need a Mega."
Yeah.
That's exactly what
He
he
was
Well,
one of
did.
the last
to
few
be
people
fair,
to get
Mega
it.
Kangaskhan can just jump on a team and make it better. Can.
No,
I disagree
Also,
100%.
I
He
disagree.
has a lot of power. He has a lot of powerful wall breakers and Swellow. Swellow's like his best revenge killer.
I love Swallow. I want Swallow.
So-
Electrode ain't coming. Electrode ain't coming.
The other thing I noticed is he doesn't really have reliable recovery outside of so Mega Kang. I think Buzzwole gets Roost, but
It does.
outside of
It does
that,
get roost.
there's no recovery
That's
on
it.
this team.
Which is
There's no wish either.
hated by the fact that he's weak to hazards because he can't recover.
Right. Exactly.
True.
So hazards will just be a huge burden.
Yeah, he's really gotta like fix that. I don't know how.
And a lot of his good offensive mons require setup, like Leaf Storm, Serp, DD Zygarde, or like even just slapping like a choice item on Buzzwole or Power Punch on Kang. A lot of them require some sort of setup.
there's no immediate threat.
Also,
Well, no, I
the-
think he's got lots of threats, but
No, I think
I
he has
gotta
threats.
say,
I
Azumarill-
think
that's the
Mega
best
Kang's
thing about his
great.
draft is that his top 6 picks are just all super big threats.
Also, I just want to say that Mega Kangaskhan's probably biggest defensive threats are ghost types with helmet. He has nothing that can beat ghost types. No dark
Like a
type.
Coffee
Right.
Doesn't have a
he
dark
has this thing
type,
called
that's-
Swallow, buddy.
I totally agree with that statement because he also needs not those Rocky helmets, but he has no knockoff users.
Azumarill's his
Yeah,
own.
that's it.
Not
Yeah.
Azumarill
something.
did, yeah.
Yuxi is like okay. Yuxi's
It's
decent
bad.
one as well. And then Serpier's never running knockoff.
No, Tensei did work off his.
I don't
Okay,
But yeah,
well-
no way to kill ghosts is a huge
He's got-
problem.
It
Yeah.
did. It
So
did,
he's
didn't
got
it,
lots of problems. The Rock's weakness. I still like his top 6 picks, which is why I'm giving it a 7.5. But
I give it a 5.5.
I give it a 4.
I'd
That's
give
a
it a
4
4.
for me too, dog. That's a 4 for me too.
Jesus.
I think it's
Yeah.
probably the second worst team.
Yeah,
I like
agree.
the first 2 mons and then just goes
yeah,
down.
literally this top half is good, top bottom awful.
Yeah.
The bottom just offsets all the good the
Unnecessary.
top half did.
No, I just kind of wanted
That's
to
a
be.
lot of that.
I don't know. Even just the last 3. I mean, if he just had like one good like removal in the top, and then like replace his last 3 picks, I think it'd be a really good draft.
I mean, he needs a dark and something for T
He just
spikes.
has a lot of things he needs to deal with before
Yeah,
it
yeah.
can be like a great team.
Man, I'm gonna give him a suggestion. Winston, get Murkrow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Maybe.
that could be nice. That could be a
That
nice
Murkrow
low tier
won't
pick.
win though.
I think Dracon's better for the
I
team.
can't see him making a couple trades and this being a threatening team, but until he does
Yeah.
that, I'm gonna 5.5.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
If he manages to get himself sticky web somehow, it might become more threatening. But
Yeah, Burn, the Skunk Tank Snipe was big. Skunk Tank
I-
was going to be really important for his team.
I'm not scared of
I was sniped on that too.
setting up hazards on this team. It doesn't concern me. So
Anyway, we should move on to Dylan.
I'm not a
Immaculate.
fan.
I like it.
Immaculate.
I kind of enjoy this team.
So,
more
I
than
guess the
like it.
first
It's
thing-
so cancerous.
First thing I noticed is he doesn't have that great removal, and he's got Mamoswine and Rotom Heat. Really appreciate it.
He has no pivot at all.
Well,
he's
Rotom
only-
Heat, I guess.
It's
It's only
really-
Rotom, that's it.
Rotom?
And Jirachi, U-turn,
Yeah,
sometimes.
Jirachi.
Yeah, he has pretty good
Sometimes, yeah.
pivots. Oh, what do you
This
think?
team's
Nah.
another one of those teams with big speed gaps.
No, I disagree.
I mean,
There's 2 pivot Pokemon, and
I think he
Jirachi
does.
He has
Jirachi-
Rotom,
I can see. I
Jirachi,
think
and
he does
Vaporeon.
struggle to get Mamoswine in just
Vaporeon.
because of the rocks, and I don't know. But
I mean, to me, the biggest thing about Dylan's team is that you look at Mega Septile, and then you look at Nihiligo. That's
That's his speed. That's what his
because
speed.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah, like I
I'm
said,
not counting
Dodrio-
Dodrio. Dodrio doesn't count.
Dodrio's Dodrio for
Okay,
its
but he
own value,
does.
it's not
He
good.
does have Sharpedo though, which helps. But
Oh, yeah, he's got
still,
Sharpedo, it's nice.
his speed is really problematic.
I think Dodrio is underrated.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
like
nice,
Dodrio quite a bit.
I
It
agree.
hits fairly hard.
Dodrio's a good mon, but for 7 points,
No.
7
Yeah,
points?
that's a rip off.
It is expensive. Yeah.
It was a good
Extremely
speed test for his team,
expensive.
though. So see why
If it was like
Yeah, it's
4, it
very
would be amazing.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yep.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't like Hitmontop, but I can see why Dylan got it.
So,
'Cause,
like,
I mean,
he's-
his best remover was Rotom.
He's
I like
lacking a
Hitmontop.
physical wall, which I guess him on top helps a little bit, but I don't know. It's still.
Vaporeon
an
can
issue.
play physical wall. Vaporeon can do that.
He's
not
got
well.
Clefable. He's got Clefable.
Yeah.
That's all the fat he
They will do
needs.
both ways as well, yeah.
Clefable,
He
Vatsy,
has-
Vaporeon.
He has like kind of walls, but he doesn't have a true wall, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I
I
do
don't-
think he has
Fable?
good hazard
Fable.
options with rocks at least.
And
mean,
he
I
has
don't-
T-Spikes.
I don't like putting
Mhm.
Clefable in a hard wall roll. It's better than that. Like,
But it straight up.
Hey, Paul.
What are you talking about?
like,
I mean, the
Calm
thing is that
Minds,
even though
I don't
Dylan
know.
doesn't have the best walls, like, one thing that I can think of that beats, like, Clefable and Vaporeon is something like Mamoswine, and he has it. He has Mamoswine. So, like, the biggest wall breakers still have trouble breaking through his fat mons, because, like, they're not that fat, but they're just so good defensively. Like, Clefable and Vaporeon. Even Jirachi. Jirachi can be decent defensively.
I think Mamoswine also helps with Mega Septile and the Hiligo. Because he both sort of like struggle with steel
Gets
types.
rid of the
now.
steals.
Most of his team is also grounded, which is kind of a weakness when it comes to spikes and stuff.
I think he
Yeah.
did build pretty decently around Sceptile. Like he got a lot of things to help handle its threats.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, pardon me, I'm just dying.
Golurk was kind of a meh pick, though. I don't really know why he got Golurk for.
just to have a ghost, probably.
He's not
second
weak to
ground is-
fighting.
Well, he's got Lightning Rod. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
He
sure.
really
He has a
wasn't-
very good Mamoswine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really relying on Mamoswine a lot, and that's fair.
The one word I would describe this team is decent.
Nah, it's immaculate.
I mean,
think it's
I
just
gave
like-
it.
It's immaculate.
I still don't like the speed, and the wall core isn't great. I gave it a 7.
I think 7's fair.
Give it
I'd
a
give it
6.5.
I give it a
What,
Jirachi
Elliot?
out of 10.
I'd give it an 8 or an 8.5.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Ah, you
That's
wow.
pretty good.
I'd say a 7 just because there are a
I-
few weaknesses that need to be patched
Yeah.
first.
It's my favorite
I-
so far, I'd say.
I'd say a 7.
All right. Go on the noobs draft. He's got adequate power.
Really?
What do you
I
mean
mean,
adequate
it's
power?
It's honestly, it could be,
all the power.
it could be better, but it's good enough, noob.
He has power in all caps.
No.
I actually really,
Not-
I really
not
like.
all caps power.
Honestly, I do like this team a lot.
I do,
I
yeah,
don't.
I like his team. So first of all, he doesn't
I
have a
do
fire
not.
type, which is a bit weird.
I don't hold fires
Very
in
weak.
draft as very highly.
I
so-
suppose, but it.
One
I don't
thing
know.
that I can see Noob struggling with is steel types. Because
I can see
I
his
know
core
while
struggle with
I-
Gladios really
Yeah.
appreciate the removal of steel types, and his steel type removal is Palisand.
Well, usually if you don't draft fire, you need to draft powerful fighting, but he has neither.
Exactly.
Maybe
Yeah.
What I
five.
see
Type.
The one
His
weakness.
This is
core with,
why
like,
there
Umbreon
should be electric fighting.
Agreed.
fighting, yeah.
So
It's
and
so
I
good-
don't. He's got an ice weakness too, which is another reason why I'd like a fire on this team. Like,
It's okay. It's okay because he has Umbreon and Suicune.
Yes,
I think
Suicune,
that's
Umbreon,
fine.
and Porygon too.
His
Those
walls
guys
like
that's
do
fine.
Umbreon
nice
and
hits.
P2
Eh.
just get fucked by fighting.
It's just very spammable though.
Yeah,
That's the great
exactly,
thing about
ice is
Noob's team is
spammable.
that literally all of his stall
It's not
mons
the
is like the
biggest deal in the
exact same
world.
as his last season's stall mons. Except Regirock. Regirock is a horrible pick. I don't know why he picked Regirock.
needed a
Just to have a
stealth-
rocker, he
stealth
needs better
power.
rockers.
Well,
for
he
sure.
he probably
needs
should have
better
picked
rockers,
like he
exactly.
probably
Better
should have picked like
rockers.
Haruyama
He
or
needs
something
better
instead of Regirock.
He needs better removal too. Like Gladios is his special offense, so you don't want to be running
He has
defog on it.
Crobat.
Crobat's
Ben,
not
you,
the best.
Ben, you
removal.
underestimate Crobat.
I was
as a
surprised to see
defogger.
round 4 Crobat.
Yeah, no,
Crobat's a
round
good
4
mon.
Crobat's good.
Crobat's a good mon.
Crobat, like,
How much is Ambipom? 10?
6.
No, yeah, like 6.
If
It's a
Emblem
good
was
value.
10, he would be shooting himself right now.
If he had a better fighting, if he had like good fighting type, MB Bomb would be.
Mm.
Hell, even the champ would be good for this team.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he told us that he picked Regirock to get a rocker, and he picked Amba Pump for priority, but he
And
could have just picked Lycanroc. Lycanroc gave him both of those things.
Oh yeah.
Like,
He
Rock
has
on the
serious
champ,
trouble
yeah.
with hazards.
And you know, Ben, the funny part is that he was gonna snipe you from Regice too, but I talked him out of it.
Thank you.
But he
Wait,
really
he's
should
gonna
have had
have-
sniping from Red Eyes because he should have gone with Glaceon, who won the poll.
I don't even know how he
It
beats
is a new
Steels, to be
team,
honest
though.
with you. He has
Yeah,
to
that's
bring
why I'm
Fire
saying,
Fang
like,
on Mega Mawile every day.
that's why
all the
I'm
time.
saying, like, Mega Malwa and Latios really appreciate the removal of steel types. Palossand is the only one who even does it.
Yeah,
Weak.
I
It's got
definitely
base
see
100
that.
attack.
I do like Palossand in this team though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Although
he
I
just
don't
makes
know,
that
he's
much
got
better.
Pichu and Palossand, which are both weak to knockoff. So,
What is Shaman doing, may I ask?
Shaman?
It's fine. He has
fine.
number up.
Noob's really good with Shaman, though,
Yeah.
so I can't say
Alright,
anything.
Shaman's
I like
fine.
Shaman's
He's
Suicune.
sitting
It's good.
Yeah, I'm like, what's it doing
Shaman's
there?
alright.
It's just,
Oh,
A lot of ice weaknesses will only 2 resist, just saying.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
No.
I don't see why he
I really
struggles
don't
with
think.
ice, though.
I really don't think that's a big deal.
Me neither. He's
I
got
think-
Suicune, Porygon 2, and Umbreon. Those
I
guys
think
eat
ice
ice
types
hits for
can
days.
chip his team down a lot.
What ice type takes down Porygon 2?
Okay,
That's
I
not
know Mamo
Weavile.
like sweeps every team, but it really sweeps this team.
I don't think that's an argument.
I would
Okay.
love to see a Suicune.
I think it's just a spammable move. Like you could have stopped if you got fire type a little bit better.
We need a good electric ice type, honestly.
What are you talking about? Red on Frost is rare.
Dude,
Well,
Red
I
Jace
say
is coming up.
I am a fan of his team still. So if he made maybe like drop the Ambipom for a good fighting or fire type, I think I would give his team a 9.
Yeah,
But
I
other
mean,
than that, I would have to give it an 8 or 5, even 8 or something.
I give it a 9 too, just because this is the shit that Noob loves to use. Just
Yeah.
I mean,
stall
yeah,
mons.
it's
That's how he
super
won last
bulky.
season.
It's the definition of a noob team.
It's Noob's bread and butter.
I'm not too high on the offense. I gave it a 7.5.
I'm just kind of
I'd say
happy I
8.5 just because it's Noob's playstyle.
Yeah, I mean, I get that it's perfect for him. It's just not.
If you're
not what
if
I
you're
like.
basing it on off like the team itself, I'd probably give it lower, but
Yeah,
Noob's
but because it's Noob.
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. He'll just stall everyone out.
Even steel types. Even
Yeah, the team
Steel
kind
types
of
have to be a
aside from
problem.
Noob's like a 4.
All right,
If it wasn't Noob's, yeah.
let's move on. We got my draft. I'll just let you guys talk about it.
Ben,
First
your
is
last
fuck
4 picks
heavy.
are
Oh,
gone.
Okay, not everyone at once. Oh my god.
This is all Cap's power.
Alright, the problem I have with this team overall, I'll say it very plainly, is fuck you for getting it. I'm really fucking annoyed that we
Literally, Ben, your team is so good and so bad at the same
Yeah,
time.
Okay, well, tell
the
me.
top 6 are all you need.
Prepping for your
Your
team
top,
is
yeah, your
prepping
top
for
7
7
mons
mons.
are incredible, and then your bottom 4 awful.
I
Just-
think, okay, Muck and Regice, yeah, those are bad. But I think everything else, like, is very viable.
It
No.
really doesn't fit well with each other.
Tangela, I'll give you Tangela. I'll give you
You also
Tangela.
don't
I've
have
never
enough
seen
of
Tangela
those
use that well
cycle.
before, but I know that Tangela can do something.
Like
Gramble, no, I'm not giving you Gramble.
you have
Gramble's
a
not good.
Volcarona, and you really need to support
Okay, right.
Volcarona when you pick it, but you have no support for it really.
He's got good defog.
I've got- yeah, I've got good
he has
removal.
Excadrill.
I don't-
Yes,
Defogger is
that-
the only thing.
I'll give
Latios is
you-
a
Brack Frost,
phenomenal
what's up?
defogger. Zapdos is another phenomenal defogger.
Yeah, but
Excadrill's a great
defog
spinner.
isn't the only thing you.
I'll give
Volcarona
you
to
that
work.
I should have, like, screens or something for Volcarona, but I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal just because
I'm
I've
not
got
talking
lots of
about
other-
hazard root, but
Why does he
I'm
use
talking
this?
about like the earthquake and rock weakness. They can just slap on to your team, and it doesn't work against your team.
Play more
Once
Biologic.
Volcarona and T-Target chip, bulky psychics
I'll
kind of
give you. I have a little bit of a rocks weakness. I think I'm fine for
I mean,
ground.
In my opinion, Milotic is huge for you as well, because all of those things that you guys just said right now, Milotic can literally stop that.
Yeah, but
If it's got
Milotic
Flame
isn't,
Morph and if
isn't
it's got
good in
Haze.
sand because it just gets chipped down by its own flame morph.
And yeah, I was gonna say Milotic is. gonna
Well,
have
it doesn't necessarily have to be.
Doesn't have to
flame
play,
morph,
but
to
you
be
can do competitive on that. So
Mhm.
It
Competitive
doesn't
is
have,
actually very
to
valuable.
be,
Yeah,
but
no.
if it's not, then he has like half physical walls, kind of. I do like Zapdos though on your team. I will say that.
Yeah.
You messed up, Ben, not getting Dugong though. I'll tell you that. You messed up real hard.
I mean, but like
Glaceon won the poll. Like,
6 out of the 7 are coming every time. 6 out of his first 7 picks.
yeah.
I don't think so. I think I'm bringing any of the first 9, but all right.
You haven't supported Lot very well.
I can see you definitely getting overwhelmed by a good Scarper.
Let me tell you,
That's
Ben.
also
Bramble is gonna come
Scarper.
3 games
Well, yeah,
max.
but I got
Tango's
Sandrill
gonna
and I
come
got
4 games max. Muck is gonna come 1 game max. Regice ain't come in a single game. Not one single game.
you guys will see. All right. Well,
You'll lose.
I
if you
think the
pick
one thing I would have liked is just something a speed tier between Latias and Lopunny, but
I don't think that matters.
I think
It would
Yeah,
have
yeah,
been
really
nice
doesn't
though.
matter.
It would have been nice to have gotten that. I get what
Fine
Ben's
in that
saying.
regard.
It would be nice.
I don't
Also,
look
Ben,
at a draft and see like a gap of that big of Lopunny and Latias as a huge problem.
Also, I said this yesterday, but your only priority is fake out or quick attack on Lopunny.
dude, Shadow
I'm not
Sneak
a
on
fan.
Muck is Oko.
Oh my god.
Ew.
Where's
Disgusting. I also think Sand Rush or the Sand combo isn't as good as it once was.
He has one more priority actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not bringing like hard sand most weeks either. Like,
Oh yeah, it's up to you.
Alright.
If
I think you have
maybe
to.
you can
You've only
run
got
like a
7
There's
There's
not a
nerf
lot
T-tar
of
as well.
momentum.
In that case, okay, let's
give you
just
momentum,
reevaluate.
yeah.
Kick T-Tar out. He's bringing the first 6.
I would have liked to have more knockoff users too. I only have Tangela, but
Especially
Yeah.
for Lock. Lock
I
can
agree.
use knockoff support.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'll give you that the synergy isn't quite there, but I just think that
Oh.
all the Pokemon are just really solid, and I think it.
Also,
think you have
your
this-
hazards.
Yeah, they're solid mons.
Mega Lopunny would really appreciate hazards.
It needs momentum
I'm
as
not
well.
big
You
on
do it with
hazards.
momentum. Lock by that.
Well, if you bring a powerful team like this, you need hazards.
Yeah, Megalops loves hazards.
That's a knock on you.
I mean, I don't.
But overall-
I just don't like usually play with hazards, but I can see what you're saying.
I would give it a 7, and if you had hazards, I'd probably give it an 8.
Okay.
That's about it, though.
I do like top heavy drafts. I'll probably like a 6.5.
What?
I'd say a 7 because there are some weaknesses.
I'd say maybe.
I give it a 7. I give it a 7 because 7 of your mons are good. The other ones are bad.
Best reasoning.
Like Muck is useless if you just got like Garbiter or something. That would have been better.
Wait, what?
But Garbodor is expensive.
Oh, Garbodor?
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
I couldn't afford Garbodor. I would have wanted.
Yeah,
Garbodor.
I'll
Just
give
keep
you a 7, buddy. There you go. High five.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. But okay.
Don't worry, that's how I felt yesterday.
It's
Sorry.
alright. You don't have to listen to us. You just understand that you're going to suck.
All right. Well,
Alright.
we can move
This
on.
team again
Brandon.
can fuck off and die. God.
Branny.
Who's team right?
Ben, one thing you have to say about this is that he's got power.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whee!
I mean, well, actually, I was gonna say he doesn't really have any special attackers besides. I mean, Hoopa's
What?
mixed, but other than that, where's his special attackers?
Yeah,
Goth.
Ben's right. It's
Where's
just
his
No,
Hoopa.
special-
he's right. He's
got
right.
no special
Hoopa.
attackers.
He's right.
It's just Hoopa.
Goth
And then you got
attack. You got-
You gotta run, you can run
Raichu's
zero
not.
special
Raichu,
defense on all your
that's not
Pokemon
enough.
versus this
Ain't
draft.
enough. Ain't enough.
I gotta tell you, I think Mega Beedrill is a great special attacker.
Yeah, Francisco's team
I mean,
is
like
just
literally,
super
you can just
weird.
run minus Spadef nature on all your Pokemon.
I will say one thing that people make a mistake on when drafting Tapu Bulu is they draft like some water types to give their opponent like hard hitting grass moves against those waters, but he only has Seismitoad really, and nothing else really nothing else can take grass. Like he has Mandibuzz, he has Holucha, he has stuff that can take grass moves, Dredagon. So I do like that.
His team composition is just it's really weird though.
So-
It's just
Yeah.
really weird.
I think the biggest issue is look at his draft and identify his ice resist. It is not there.
He doesn't have one.
Doesn't have
Doesn't
one.
Doesn't have
a
Literally
single
not
ice
one.
That's really bad.
Real
Not a
bad.
one.
My man gets
You're
6-0 by
right.
Weavile, gets 6-0 by Mammoth.
Red Rice is
by
6-0.
Kyurem. Oh my
Actually,
god.
just might have one switch into that thing.
I know. So yeah,
Also-
really needs an ice resist, but that can be patched pretty easily.
I did just comment on the use of Bulu, but you do want to use Bulu on Earthquake Week mons, like 1 or 2. Like he's fine. Like the grassy terrain isn't really helping him that much, but at least he has the U-turn into Hoopa combo. And
He
the
has a lot of
Gothitelle
trouble
drafting.
with bird spam.
Also, Volt Turn. He has a lot of issues with it. I
Like,
told
he
him
has
that
a
he needs to
full
focus. He needs to focus a lot on
to a flying type
helping Volt
attack or
Turn.
Raichu and Steelix.
And yeah, Burn said Chatty does not have good hazard removal. Mandibuzz is a hit.
Mandibuzz is pretty good,
No,
but
you
the
don't
rest
want to be
Mandibuzz is
relying on
reliable,
Mandibuzz for only removal.
Yeah.
Mandibuzz is okay. It's just when it's your only decent remover, then yeah, it's a
I
problem.
mean, it's literally his
I
only
do like his
removal.
offense.
I don't like how Hooper's literally going to get U-turn on every time.
That's
I
why
feel
I'm
like
saying like he's so weak to Volt Turn.
Well,
Yeah.
they're already gonna prep, or they're already gonna bring U-turn every time because it's Gothitelle, but they're even gonna bring
Exactly.
U-turn more
Like,
because of Hoopa.
I ain't good.
That's what I told him. Like I don't know why he got Gothitelle and Hoopa.
I think
It's just
Gothitelle was the worst
Guys.
first round pick for him on this team.
the fact that he paired it up with
Oh my
Hoopa. It's just
Yeah, Gothitelle and
Legitimate
Hooper is a really strange choice. Like, they don't help each other.
it's just it didn't make any sense to pair it up with Hoopa.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't think Gothitelle would do anything this season.
Not on this
He's gonna
game.
get over prepped for really.
I like Gothitelle, not necessarily in this team. I think it's good.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't,
I think it's
so
good.
much.
I think it's good, just not here.
Yeah.
I
I
do
can
not
see
like
that.
Lucha on this draft.
Yeah, what is
I can see it. I can see it, but like it's okay.
And I was also gonna say he doesn't really have special offense. He also really doesn't have a good special wall. I mean, I don't know.
Mandibuzz.
Not really. Kind
He's
of.
relying on Mandibuzz for too many rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
Dread
it, but
Only
Mandibuzz
Fogger-
is actually extremely pressured on Francisco's team.
Yeah.
It's his hazard removal. It's his only reliable wall as well. I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
funky team, and
Well,
I've never
pretty
seen
much-
Francisco draft
Pretty
anything
much,
like this.
what's gonna happen is like somebody's gonna U-turn on either Hooper or Gothitelle, or he might switch into Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz will get blown back by a wall breaker.
Yeah,
Kind
and
of
rocks too.
Eh.
Yeah, that no.
I mean, the good thing is that he has mons like Beedrill and Halucha, because Beedrill, you need the Scarf to outspeed it, and not Hoopa, Halucha can outspeed the Scarfers after it gets its Unburden boost.
I mean,
That's
yeah, his
something.
What's the
his
Scarf
offense
Ice?
is his physical offense is obviously insane, but everything else is like he also doesn't have a cleric. Like he's got Goth. That's it.
Fucking heel Bill God.
And I just can't excuse the no ice resist. That's just not. You can't
Yeah,
Man
have
gets
that.
tossed by
That's
offensive ice types.
No ice.
Especially when you don't have a good special wall either. I mean, you don't even have like a
And
Porygon
not
2
just
to
the no
switch
ice
in.
resist, the fact that he's got ice weeks that just don't get helped at all. Like, they're fucked.
I know.
The only
So-
wall you have to prep for is Mandibuzz, and his team's already Ice Weak, so
Mandibuzz can be warned
it's
out.
gonna be hurting.
Yeah. Even like a
Vanilla
Cryogonal could do
Sixers.
so much work against him.
Yeah, fucking do some work.
Fucking freeze dry everything.
You turn her into a Scarf Ice move.
Yep.
Vanilla, it just exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. I just can't excuse the ice weakness.
I don't think it's the worst team in the draft, but I do think it's at
I think it's the worst one so far.
I think
Four
it's
and a
the
half.
worst, just because there's not really any
think it's a
composition. There's
five.
no
Way too
synergy
many- it's
going
more
on.
negative.
4.5 because I do like what the offense can do.
It's just
think of, like,
he has weird strategies combined together. He's got Hoopa and Gothitelle combined with like Bulu and Lucha. It's
I-
weird. It's just stupid.
I'm having trouble seeing.
I have to give it a 3.
I really don't see a plan here. I just see drafts.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I give
I
it.
give it a 3. I really
I'll
don't
give
mind.
it
It's
like
just
a
a
2.
collection of
I
good
really-
offensive Pokemon.
2.5.
I don't know. Alright.
5. Yeah.
Oh,
We
goody.
will
Bretty
move
bosses.
on to Brett.
Pikachu round 1.
Hey, Brett!
Okay, so
Brett.
we've got Sableye over Pikachu.
What kind of
You
round 1
want
pick
to-
is that?
Right, you almost had the best team, and then you drafted Lickitung.
You almost had
Yeah.
the best team, but then you
He was,
drafted
he was
so
on the
close.
board. What with you?
So why did he
Close.
drop Pikachu for the meme or?
He got
He lost
6.
He-
He lost
Yeah,
that.
that was the deal.
It was a bet, and I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, respects to you for holding to your word.
Yeah.
But why did you get Lickitung?
It's becoming a Sableye. That way you have to keep in mind.
Honestly, for a first pick Pikachu, it's not that bad. It's really
No.
Oh, yeah, you really actually did draft well after the Pikachu, just
Yeah,
not the
you did.
Lickitung. Just not
I mean,
Lickitung.
the Firewater
Lickitung
Grass
was-
core is insane. That's the first thing that jumps out
Mega
at me.
Venusaur is so good for your
Yeah,
team.
the fact that you got Mega
Yeah.
Venusaur
The
last
one
round is
problem
incredible.
we have a single problem on is Battle Queenie
You have a
neuters.
really bad
Here's the thing,
weakness.
though. He's got the Firewater Grass core. He doesn't have a Steel type. How can he not have a
He doesn't
Steel
have a
type?
ground
You don't
switch.
have a steel type and a ground type, and those
I
are
mean,
bad. That
technically
puts
I
a
And a
lot
ground
of
type. I
pressure
didn't
on
even see
Sil
that.
Valley.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna tell you, Brett,
Technically, I have both.
Sil Valley is garbage.
Agreed.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Really,
I
really needs a Steel
strongly
and a ground
disagree. I do think Silvally is very nice.
type. Okay.
You don't have a ground switch in
We
there.
go see, because that's what I thought about Sil Valley when I drafted it last season, and I wanted that bitch gone by like week 2.
I have it in a couple other leagues I've been in, and I actually really enjoy it.
We should also mention his only single cleric is
My
fucking.
opinion on it is it's decent for the
Battle
type
Queenie
of team.
definitely helps it.
I have Lickitung.
Yeah, I know you have Lickitung.
Why?
Still sad that Licky was on the board when you chose it.
I couldn't afford it with the free agency I wanted to make.
What about
Then
Audino?
don't choose
Look at
Lickitung.
Pikachu.
What about Audino?
Here's the other thing. So
Yeah,
yeah, no
Odino's
electric,
pretty good.
not really a good electric switching. Also, no good flying switching for Mega Venusaur.
No
That's a
ground
problem.
switching.
Ooh, that's
No
true.
flying switching.
The
for
fact
Mega
that you-
Venusaur.
It
That's
pressures you
definitely
so
true.
much to run either ground Savali or steel Savali to cover
Yeah.
those big weaknesses.
I know.
So, alright, guys, Pikachu can switch into flying.
And I also don't. I mean, he's got Weevil and Noivern, which are like the exact same speed tier. It's very weird.
Noivern's a
But-
great dragon to pair with
That
Tapu
doesn't
Fini,
really
though.
matter that they're the same speed.
I mean, yeah, you even.
They're
think it's
the
bad.
opposite sides of the offenses, which is good.
Mhm.
I just see this team as a team with 9 Pokemon.
And yeah,
There are 9 Pokemon that are good,
and we
but
haven't even talked about the
Like-
hazards either. I mean,
Ground switching.
he doesn't. He has only Stealth Rocks, and he doesn't have good Stealth Rockers either. I mean, Necrozma's okay. Necrozma's okay, but other than that, really bad.
No, yeah,
hazards.
Yeah, it really forces you to bring defensive Necrozma just because of rocks, and then Elliot just said ground weakness. Like,
Yeah.
where's
Ground
your
weakness, electric
where's your ground
weakness,
switching?
Flying weakness. So many
There's
problems.
Grand.
Yeah,
They might go
Venusaur
there.
is like your best ground.
You
switch.
don't want to know why this team is
Even
shit,
then.
guys? It's because Brett
I
drafted
think
it,
Ben
and Brett's
just died.
terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Also, Brett, why are you getting Sableye for Pikachu though?
It helped me with some of the problems I foresaw with the draft, and I really like Stabilizamon, and it was very good for 6 points.
Sableye
I agree with
sucks,
you.
man.
It's
I
not
agree
a
with
flying
that.
switching. It's not electric
I don't see
switching.
what it does for your team though. You don't need
It's not a
priority.
ground
You don't
switching?
you don't have a problem with fighting types. So
Yeah, I don't get
I
it.
wouldn't draft Sableye at one point.
You do have a problem with fairy types, except for the Mega Venusaur.
He's got so
Arcanine
many
and
problems
Venusaur.
with offense. Like just I don't know. He's got a really good Firewater Grass core, but he's still got like tons of problems with all
Well,
these
yeah, we
offensive
just
moves.
named like half the types.
I
of
know.
The game for his team.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
So
If I'm being honest, I
So
just
why
don't
getting another
understand
fairy
what the
week
point of
with
this
fairy
team
week?
is.
I mean the great thing, I actually like the Weavile Terrakion pairing. I don't know what it is. They don't synergize, but they're so fucking threatening.
Another thing too, he's got no special wall breaker. That's a problem.
Necrozma. Actually,
Necrozma
Necrozma.
maybe counts. I don't.
The thing
think
is
so.
that Noivern's not a wall breaker.
Necrozma can break
But
walls.
Infiltrator specs
Noivern's
can definitely
not a wall
help us
breaker.
subtle when you
See, the
face.
thing is that Necrozma is a great wall breaker, but looking at Brett's team, it would be more defensive. It would be offensive.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
he
We'll
needs-
do
he
it.
needs a
Next time's a
Stealth
great
Rock.
wall breaker.
I just
You don't really want to run Stealth Rock Terrakion.
Brett,
Yeah,
for love
no,
of God,
I mean,
please do
no
the
hazards, no special wall breaker, and tons of problems to like half of the moves in the game.
That's how I like my drafts. Nice and bad.
So I give it a
Bad
6 out of
last
10.
season.
Literally, if he comes against Earthquake, he loses 6-0 immediately, and that's
Turn
not
down
okay.
your volume there, big dog. You're loud as fuck.
Am I?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
super loud.
I'm
It's kind of
changing
how I
onto
pictured
my
you being able
computer.
to talk, so.
I'm changing on my computer, so it should be better than my.
give it-
Oh,
I'll give
right.
it a 5.5. Give it a 5.5.
I give it a 6.
I give it a
I
5.
give it a 1.
Oh,
And I give it a.
Yeah,
I
Jesus.
give it a 4.
I gave it a 6. All right, move on to Bobert.
Bye bye.
So
I got Volbeat round 9.
What
let's see here.
is
I like
team
first thing. I like
wide
his
win?
hazard removal for Charizard X. He supported that really well.
But when you support Charles, I'm actually doing something wrong.
First, can we point out how this is an A Drive fan team right here?
Oh, it is.
This
It
is an
is.
A Drive fan team.
It's
I
got
did not know that you were a huge A Drive fan.
I see.
Fuck.
I see weakness to just Scald spam. I mean, he doesn't have a Scald switching at all, except for
Yeah.
Keldeo, I guess.
Mm.
But you don't
He
want
doesn't have a
Keldeo to
cleric
get
either.
chipped.
His best cleric is Ninetales.
Yeah, no clerics.
Yeah, that's right.
Ninetales does pair as well with the Charizard.
Do I sound better now?
Ninetales is the fairy. Ninetales is also the
You
cleric.
still sound loud, Mike.
And
Ninetales is doing too much.
his fastest thing is only 115 as well, which is a little bit of an issue.
Don't get me wrong, Raico's good, but
Raikou was
I
trash for
guess
the
I'll
price
start
of
I'll
this
turn down
thing.
Mike's thing.
oh yeah, Raico's
I,
expensive.
I don't see the speed problem on the team. He has 4 Mons and there's like
He's
150.
got close speed
Oh, wait.
tiers, which is
Yeah.
really nice.
Group speed
Like,
tiers are really.
There
fun.
really isn't that big of a deal in my mind.
It's just that the problem with his speed is that he's got a bunch of 100s and then that's it. That's all his speed.
Yeah, speed.
But I don't think that's too bad though, because at least he has bonds that are over 100 and they're close to each other. They're close, which is good.
Tried to turn down.
Can we
my
talk
mic,
about
did that
Volbeat?
help?
I turned
Oh,
it
you're
down,
still
so
loud.
you're fine.
I
Turn the volume down more.
How am I still
Can-
loud? What the fuck?
what's it passing to apart from Raico?
Alright, it's
Oh,
at 10%
Stealer maybe?
still loud. I don't know.
I guess you go Keldeo, but Keldeo sets up.
Yeah, he
himself,
doesn't.
So I don't...
I mean, usually when you draft Celesteela, you want a wall core around it, but Celesteela's
Yeah,
is
he's
only
just drafting
wall.
a wall. Uh-huh.
I don't get
But I
it.
mean, well, I like his offense a lot too, because like Keldeo, Charizard, even Delmise, I have a lot of they
So,
hit hard. They hit
My-
really hard.
The thing with his
Oh, yeah,
offense, he's got some good like special attackers, but they don't really have any power.
Keldeo?
power.
Usually Keldeo has no
How
power.
does Keldeo not have power?
Keldeo
No,
is
Ke-
not a wall
No,
breaker.
Keldeo hits hard.
Keldeo
Keldeo
hits
is not a wall breaker.
hard.
Have you ever played Gen 5 or 6 OU?
What the hell are you talking about? Sit down for a second. Are you drunk?
Keldeo is so fucking good. It hits so
Yeah,
hard.
I think you're the only one that has
Give my rating.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
will-
you're the only one
It's
Keldeo-
like-
It's a 10 out of 10 because it has a Alolan Ninetales on it.
Top 10
Adrian.
draft one.
It's an
I mean,
A-Drive
I
team.
like I said, he really supported Charizard X well with the removal and Alolan Ninetales Aurora Veil. but-
Ninetales.
I just want to say, why is no one talking about the round 9 Volbeat though?
I did. I just said the.
You mentioned it, but we're not discussing it. I
Okay,
mentioned it at the
it's
very
okay.
beginning. Yeah, but
Fine.
why?
Let's discuss.
Why
Trash.
round 9? That's such a waste. That's such a waste.
Couldn't you
Who knows? He
find,
might
like,
pass
pictures
Tailgo off
or
to
something
Don Fan.
better?
Surprises all.
Yeah, he can use fucking ancient power Don Fan.
Fuck
Get
yeah.
all the boosts. All the boosts that he wants.
Oh my god, I don't understand this team that much.
Oh,
That's the
also,
problem, I don't understand the team. That's what's bothering me.
also
he-
a lot of his team is extremely one-dimensional. That's
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
do one trick.
I
Except for
agree.
Celesteela.
That's
I
like
definitely agree.
Ninetales.
My honest opinion is he supported Zard X well.
Except for Celesteela, they all do the one
He
thing.
didn't really support Celesteela well. He supported
It's
Zard
kind of-
X well.
Well, he doesn't have spikes, so he didn't support that well.
Well, he
Yeah, it's.
supported it
I
well.
don't know. I don't like this. I don't like this
Yeah.
team. I like members of the team. I don't like the team.
He did support Charizard X good. He
And
didn't
the hazard
support
department.
Celesteela good. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
Alright.
don't know.
I still gave it 8 out of 10. I mean, it's still solid. I think his problems are smaller than we're giving it credit, but
Well,
still.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say
I'm
is
sure-
the one dimensionality of his team will probably come to bite him in the future.
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
sure Bobber don't
He's-
make it work, but it's like
Yep,
a 7.5.
I disagree with the 8. I give it a 6 at most.
I give it a
I give it a
7.
6 too. I give it.
I give it a 6.5.
Ninetales is overrated.
6-9.
Ninetales
Ninetales
is
is
doing
godly,
too
what
much
are you
here. As
talking
support
about?
has to be the fairy. And
Honestly, the only Pokemon that you're questioning, oh, what set will it run is Celesteela. Everything else you'll be like, okay,
yeah,
it'll run
everything
that.
else I know what he's doing. Yeah. Well, let's make it clear the next one's run special for some reason.
Alright, well, let's move on to JJ.
JJ went for my favorite draft last season. to One of my favorites.
JJ got
Yeah.
Trump.
What the hell is
So
this?
beautiful.
I honestly don't know.
So,
what
like,
I'm
my
looking at
the
right
thing
now.
that jumped out at me at first is, like, he's got 0 Fire, Water, Grass, and Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Like, they're very, very poor.
Yeah, but those are overrated though.
They are overrated. but
They are overrated.
I mean, you want solid
Rampant.
mons on those types, and he just doesn't.
Another
mean,
thing
He does have
is-
solid talent. He does have solid.
I mean, Toxapex is fine. Bronzong, I think, is pressured on this team.
What I don't get about this team is that Mew has Munium Z and can use it and will use it, and he's got so many priority users and Psychic Weak. I don't get
I
it.
was gonna say that.
It
Jack,
bothers me.
I don't
He
think
doesn't-
that
he doesn't
Psychic
have to
Terrain
use
fits this team
Medium.
that
He
well.
doesn't have to use it. I'm saying if he does, what a waste. Why does he use it?
It is pretty much of a waste because
Doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. It just
he has
bothers the hell out of
no
me.
synergy for it at all. There's zero synergy.
I mean,
for it.
I
Yeah,
don't
his team
draft
is very
Mew
all
for
over the
medium.
place.
I don't draft Mew for medium.
Yeah. Other thing is
Well,
that
if
he's
you're
got
gonna pick
2
Mew,
draft
walls,
like
18.
Mew,
two
you're gonna
defensive
want to use
things.
Mew.
But if
Two
you do
defensive
draft
things
Mew
on his
for
team. I mean,
Medium,
his wall
why
core is
did
gonna
he
be
just
very
use it?
predictable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we talk about how his wall core is very passive?
Yeah, passive.
You want
and-
to talk about
yeah.
Registeel being passive?
very
Bronzong
passive.
is up
Especially
there.
Bronzong.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that your walls can be passive if your offense is good and his offense is good.
Yeah,
I
but,
don't
like,
know if I
His
agree with that.
offense is.
Look
His
at how
offense is
frail his
all over the
I
offense
know
is.
his
If
offense
something
really
is
sets
super
up,
frail.
yeah, if something sets up like a
Yeah.
sub or something, they can just
Yeah.
blow through his
I
frail
mean,
offense.
one like Dragon
Actually,
Dance on
Bert's
Toxapex,
right
and he's
about the
scratched.
hazard.
It's game over for most of the team, yeah.
The hazard control situation sucks as well.
I just
Very
don't.
true.
I don't like the synergy.
You
This
and fucking Drampa.
bothers me.
Also,
Yeah.
he got
No,
webs.
Drampa's fire.
Not bad.
I like Drampa.
He got webs, which is kind of weird. It's nice with the Diggersby, but it's kind of weird for the rest of his team.
Infernet likes it, but I don't know. If you get
Oh.
Mew and you're not using Medium, why make it easy to use? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Why would
He
you
paid
Well, the
18.
thing
He
is,
paid
you
18
don't draft
for it.
Mew for 18.
Yeah, I
points
don't
if you're
get it.
not
I am
using
so-
Mew.
I don't know what he's doing. I'm sure he'll show me what he's doing, but I don't.
Yeah, Mew is an
That is
absolute
like
waste
the
of
the
time.
last thing wrong with this team. It's like at the bottom of the ladder.
For you, maybe.
It
For
really
me,
doesn't
it's
matter.
bothering the fuck out of me.
I mean,
We also can't forget about Rotom Frost. In my opinion, absolute waste of a last pick. Again.
I mean,
I
it
mean,
is
he didn't
a
have an
rotom form.
electric.
It is a rotom form.
He didn't have an
And-
electric, so I guess.
Yeah, but you had
that's
3 points there and an extra point.
Rotom Frost is literally
Yes.
never coming.
he doesn't
Only
have
once.
great speed either. I mean, he's got Mega Arrow and an Infernape and nothing else. I mean,
Wow,
that's
I love the Persian.
He is Persian.
no Persian doesn't count. It's not an offensive
Yeah, it
Dude.
does.
one.
Absolutely, it
Persian's
does.
overrated as fuck.
No, it absolutely.
No,
The Persian
counts.
doesn't.
Persian does not count. I don't know. Yeah, and like Mike was saying, he's got good hazard options, but removal is very bad, and it's only defog, so not the best pairing there.
His hazard.
Can I just say one more thing? Who for you loves this team? Loves it.
And we were also saying, I mean, at first glance, it seemed like his offense is good, but speed and also he doesn't have a lot of special attackers. So I don't know. I really don't like his
Yeah.
offense. His
Yeah.
defense is almost
He's
non-existent.
got Drampa.
One more thing, there's a huge speed gap.
Exactly.
Look, I don't know what it's doing. I'm confused about the team, so I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'll give it an 8.
8.
An
Hello?
8?
I think it's.
I'll give it a
This
2.
team
I'll give
is
it
like
a
a
two.
4.
I think all the problems you mentioned are really not that bad of problems. Like the speed tier, who cares? The medium Z problem, who cares? It really
Are you
is
serious?
just.
No,
Are you
no,
serious?
here-
Are you serious?
here it is.
You draft you for 18
I'm
points. You're not Z'ing it.
It really is just a frail offense.
No, I
It's
think
just
he's
like-
got major problems. He's got a feral offense. He's got
Definitely has major
he's got
problems.
2 defensive Pokemon. He's got all physical attackers for his offense. and
I-
his speed isn't
The
great.
team
It's
lacks
very,
it.
just very bad, and his hazard situation is not good. Very fundamentally.
He has passive
Pro-
walls.
you know,
People set up on
problematic.
them.
Yeah, I can
Use
tell you.
priority because he has psychic terrain potentially.
I can tell you right now, this
Yeah,
team is literally
just
one step
control.
above Francisco's team. It's literally the same. It's all over the place. It's just it
I
doesn't
don't like.
any
No synergy at all.
At least it's not
This
one
team's a
side.
four.
Four.
I disagree. I give him an 8.
I'll give it a 4 just because he got Drumpa. Drumpa's the best
I'd
dragon.
give it a 3.
I give it a
Drumpa's the
2.
best dragon.
I give it a 6.
Oh, we're getting on to
I guess I'm like.
I can debate you later on it, but that's just my.
Ooh, Kieran
I-
Black Mega Sam,
I just-
final score.
There's so many other Zeus was there, but I don't get it. Okay, I'll move on.
No.
All right.
Someone's mic is going crazy.
Yeah,
by the
I
way.
think
That's probably that's
Gillies.
fucking.
Oh my god.
Gilly, your
Okay,
mic.
I'm gonna
Actually,
mute.
you know
I'm gonna
what?
mute Gilly until it's fixed.
Yeah.
Tell me when it's
Burn,
fixed.
Burn, I actually like this team a lot.
So yeah, Burns' team. Let's
I hate it.
see here. So I guess I don't know. His defense is okay, but not a great physical wall. I mean, I could see if a really powerful physical thing breaking through pretty easily.
But where is the physical wall?
I mean, he's got Crook, but you don't really want to be putting Crook in a defensive role.
Yeah, like I said, where's the wall? Like, I really don't.
I mean,
Alright,
Fortress
there
is
is-
great. Like,
He
Yeah,
has bulky. He has
yes,
bulky.
There is
Wait.
a wall missing here, but can we just look at Mega Zam plus Kieran
And he has
and then look
Valor
at most
Bloom, which
teams
is
and
great.
make
I
it
mean, yeah, his
ring fire?
offense is great. His offense is probably like really well rounded and just
Oh yeah,
great.
like he's going to do a lot of damage, but at what cost? It's a. I don't understand what's going on. Ron, I love you,
I
and you
think
know I love
I
you.
think
I just see
all
it's
over the
very
gap.
easy. It's very easy to out offense
Why,
people with
why,
this team.
why is Frogadier?
Especially if you're spamming T-Wave with Thunderous as well. It's very easy to out offense people with this team.
Ground
a lot
types
easier than you guys would think.
This team.
but you're right. I'm not understanding anything.
Yeah, his offense is great. Although I mean, he's got Aerodactyl between like to round out his speed tiers, but I just like something. I don't know. It would have been better to have something else there. I think. Like
Why is Frogadier
between
there? I don't-
base 111 and base 150, he always got his Aerodactyl. So that's the only like minor complaint I can have about his offense, I guess.
It's so rock weak. It's too rock weak for me.
I just
Here in Black Thunder aside, Aerodax, if you want to run that, like, yeah, you have a Blastoise, but I don't think
I
Blastoise
love
is
the
that
offense.
good.
I really do.
I think Mega Blastoise would have been way better of a Mega.
I think he's paired his offense really well together for synergy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but-
agree. His offense synergizes really well
But-
together.
And his walls are okay enough that he can probably
Yeah,
still skip
That's what
by
I
game.
would say. I mean, yeah, he needs a
he's
physical
also-
wall,
They
but
lose to
he'll
ground
get by.
types. It just loses to ground types.
And priority. Priority is not his friend.
I don't know if I see that. And I don't
Doesn't
know if
take
his
on
Rock's
character.
weakness is that bad. Plus he's got Florges anyway and Blastoise, so fine for me.
I
Wait,
just,
did he Zekir him?
did he Zekir?
I really hope he did
don't
not.
know.
Okay.
What?
Zeke
Okay, I
Thunder?
just
Mm. I would have given him an 8 if Zekir him, but I'll give him a 7.
Jeez, you guys are
I'll
way
give
too
him
harsh.
5, maybe a 4.
I'm
You
giving
guys,
him
this is a
7
great
without the
team. What are you guys
Zekir as
talking
well.
about?
It's not.
It is a good team.
Come
You're
on,
right.
I gave it an 8.5.
It's a good
Like,
team. It's not a
come
great
on,
team.
dude.
It's
You guys are
not.
being way too strict tonight.
Like Zekir him.
He doesn't have Zekirum, but it's not that big of a deal.
His ground types are just going to go all over him.
It's a good
Well,
team.
that's-
It's
yeah.
not a great team. That's what I think.
He's too. I've used that call before. It's too rock weak. I had a Starmie. He has a Blastoise. I just don't think it's going
He's
to
got
work.
Florges and
It-
Blastoise. Florges is
it
like the
is-
best
Florges is not-
defogger.
No.
It is one of the better teams. I will say that.
It's a very
I
good team.
disagree.
Frogadier needs to fuck right off. Yes.
Okay.
No. Embor, I really like.
No, Embor needs to stay.
I think his team's great.
No, I disagree 100%.
I think Embor's
I mean, sure,
really
he's
good
got
for Dimension.
whatever.
It helps Mega Alakazam a lot with steals.
All right.
Yeah, what earthquake?
He did.
But that's it.
He did need a better steel killer than just Croaky or another.
Yeah, I give
Crook
this.
isn't the best steel killer,
give it a-
and Embor is a steel killer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you guys are being really nitpicky.
Actually, you know what?
I
It's still
don't
hard
think
to
I'm being
make
nitpicky.
steals,
I am
honestly.
genuinely concerned. I love Burn, and he knows I love him. I'm concerned.
All right. Let's move on to Zach.
We didn't give
He
ratings.
has
What?
Fauna free 10 out of 10. No, just kidding.
I mean, yeah, his fire water
Mega
grass
skill
core
as
is
well.
bad. That's the first thing I noticed.
His team isn't
No,
really
no,
scary.
Mana 3.
His speed is maybe the worst in the worst draft in terms of speed. Like
116,
116. Well,
135.
Winsicott barely counts
No.
though. And then
He's got stun spore support as well. I think it's
Actually,
Okay.
Stunspore, yeah, Stunspore makes it alright.
I think his
Okay.
team is more scarier than you think. There.
And
he has
he'll
so
do-
much good setup, and that's just Zach, isn't it? Zach.
Yeah, I mean he's got setup. He
Yes,
doesn't
the
have.
hazards for that.
He doesn't have the best
Oh, wow.
rockers.
It has whims. Actually, you're right.
Wait, you say
It
Mega
goes
Scissors
like
have
a
good
defog, but then you have to run it as a defog scissor, and then it becomes a lot
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, his hazard game isn't the best.
He has a huge weakness to fire.
And
You don't want to bring Manaphy defensive.
No.
his rockers are
I
not
can
very
definitely
high.
see that. Yeah, fire resist
No.
or fire weakness.
Yeah, I don't see the fire being a problem.
You would have to.
What? He's got Como. That's it.
He's covered Mega
He has a thick milk.
No, the fire weakness isn't bad.
I don't know.
Miltank's like a half
What's the
decent
fire
fire
we
check.
were talking about? I don't. Where did that come from? Like, there's so many viruses. Oh, fire's fine.
Yeah, and he's got setup, but I just don't really like his offense in general. Bad speed. Not a lot of power. Yeah.
Fairy is not fun. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that too.
Actually, yeah, very.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to
Ooh,
say about
that's
this
rough.
draft. I just think it's kind of lackluster
I
in
don't think.
general.
I don't think it's very good.
He's
I
got
don't like it.
he's got two Pokemon that can just give wins by themselves, but the rest of the team needs to help, and they're not.
I like it.
Okay, well, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
One more thing we haven't discussed about this team is
I'll give it a 7.
is the
I'll give it a
potential
6
for
too.
6.5.
You give it a
I
6.
like it.
I like it too. I think it's a fun team. Trick Room would be
Same.
good for it.
Just the magma.
It's
Yeah.
just a little bit. It's just a little.
Magma's funny. Make it the mascot.
Its weaknesses are really severe.
I give it a 5 or 6. I'll give it a 6. I like it.
It's a cool team. The weaknesses are really severe, though.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's it. That's all the drafts we have.
Is this getting uploaded anywhere?
And thanks for watching, guys.